It's the Visionary Mind, Smoke Some Podcast, episode 29. It's the Visionary Mind. I see it, I think it, I make it happen. We got a great show for y'all today, man. Well, I got some new guys in my crew, man. Y'all already know, bro. Already been on the pod before, but we got my guy War back on the pod. You feel me? We got my guy JrocBlue back on the pod, man. You feel me? Something different this episode. You know what I'm saying? New energy, new vibes, new everything, man. How y'all brothers doing today, man?
Doing good, bro.
Blessed and highly favored.
Better than I ever have.
I
Man,
like
man.
that.
I feel it. I feel it.
How
How y'all?
you? My
I-
bad.
I'm feeling good, man. You know, it was 50-50 this week, you know what I'm saying? You know, going through different things and feeling certain type of things. But, you know, I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pie and I love this. You know what I'm saying? As long as I'm having fun doing this, I'm gonna keep doing it. And I feel good. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed, man. This is my safe space. This is where I get to do what I want to do and control what I want to control, and you know, figure out what's next and how I want to pivot and do different things.
Of course. Like, yeah, blessing. I like that. I like
Definitely. Hey, so I want to get straight into it, man. We was having a conversation off the record before the cameras came on about our intrusive thoughts. Like how that shit be fucking with y'all, man. Like I know my intrusive thought is like ridiculous. Like I tell people all the time, like if you can hear my thoughts when I'm in that type of state, it sounds like a Rio the Young OG song. Like it'd be like it's a lot of random shit
Yeah.
at one time. You feel me? So like, how y'all intrusive thoughts when y'all think about different things or different scenarios?
They all slap together, and sometimes it might drip out, and I might say some dumb shit that I don't need to. Other times it's like, you know what? God gonna handle that one.
For real.
That's literally one of the two. Those are the only two options for real. It's like, I either turn up or like, you know what? G got it.
Yeah. Real shit.
Mm-hmm. That's about it.
What about you, Or?
Well, you know, bro, that I deal with the mental health stuff. So, with my intrusive thoughts, I'm having them all the time. I have to learn how to cope with them and ignore them. You feel me? But for anybody who don't know, I suffer from a form of schizophrenia called psychosis, and it's pretty much the definition of intrusive thoughts. You feel me?
Right.
So it's something that I cope with on a day-to-day basis, but I've been getting really good at coping with it. I've been, taking my meds, just making sure I keep myself mentally healthy. You feel me? So,
Yeah.
Good.
So like, what type of process is like that for you? Like when you going through this different recovery, like it's different. You know what I'm saying, from your typical recovery. So like, what proper steps do you take to so where you don't have to, relapse per se?
well, first, realizing that, before my first episode, nothing like this had ever happened to me. So it was something that wasn't really fathomable.
Right.
So it's even hard to explain. It don't even make sense on a rational level. But yes, definitely recovery is much different. Episodes can last, days, weeks, months. Sometimes you feel me,
Yeah.
and they come and go. And I never know how intense an episode will be. You feel me, or if it'll just be a mild episode. I've been in, the hospital. I've been incarcerated, and in
Right.
the psych ward there, But just making sure I stay with my meds. Don't let that slip up, because thinking the problem is, speaking from experience, first of all, and from other people in my support group that I've talked to, one of the biggest problems is people think they can do it without taking their meds.
Right.
You see, they can think they can do it on their own without any therapy or any psychiatry or any help at all. And
Yeah.
I've gotten there in my head several times. After a few episodes, I was like, okay, I know what it is that's happening. I'll be okay. I don't need to I don't want to take these meds no more. No,
Right.
not a good idea. When
Yeah.
you're dealing with mental health issues, it's very important to take it seriously. Get the help that you need. And I'm a grown man. You feel me? And I know y'all can attest to this. Whether you're whatever mental health we dealing with, we can attest to this as men. Nobody gonna care if I got mental health issues going on. I'm a grown man. You need to handle your business, sir. You feel me?
We
Yeah.
care. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Yeah,
you
we
feel
care.
me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that doesn't go unnoticed because, you know, let me just say for the record, like this is one of my closest friends right here. Like if I'm going through some shit, I can call him. He going through something, half of the time he will call me.
Okay.
So
Appreciate it.
this is somebody like if I don't hear from him in a certain window of time, something wrong.
Got you. I got you.
Something is wrong.
Gotcha.
Something is not right.
Like that.
Cause
Possibly
we can
episode.
go from talking to each other every day, 2 or 3 hours at a time, couple conversations, to not to be like We talking today, and I might not talk to him by February.
Uh, uh,
But if I don't hear from him at least about, let's say, about a week or two, I'm worried.
type shit.
I'm like, okay, what's going on? You know, so
Facts.
now we got a different line of communication where there's somebody in the middle where if he don't feel like talking to me, I can be like, hey, you know, such and such.
Facts.
Okay,
What's
okay,
going on with
okay,
him? You
okay.
know, so where before I wanted to do that, but that other factor was the contributing factor to the
What
situation.
made you change how you decide to go about shit like that?
Myself.
Hmm.
A lot of people
I like
a
that.
lot of people didn't know that I had like mental health issues or
Hmm.
different things that I was going through or like a certain wave of depression because my wave of like mental health is kind of it's not I want to say weird but it's not weird because it's the simple fact that I get really down around my birthday.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
Any,
saying?
I'm not trying to be too like, but any reason you know?
I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know.
Trauma, possibly, just
Nah,
crazy.
but it's just random.
Hmm.
Like I be thinking like, damn, it's another year. I'm feeling this way. Um, like why? Like I just try to figure it
Hmm.
out. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I feel like part of the reason why, and it's gonna sound like real strange,
Hmm.
up until this year, and maybe like maybe a couple birthdays, I never really have done anything for my birthday.
Hmm.
So I don't never. I guess it was
Celebrate
I
for
guess it
real.
was a feeling of not being celebrated. Like
I get that.
like
I get that.
I would
That
have
don't
to
sound strange
I
at
would have
all.
to be like, hey Will, I'm not saying him, but I would be like, hey, let's go do something for my birthday instead of
Type
somebody
shit saying,
being like, this
hey,
is what we're doing for your
I
birthday.
get you. I get you. I
So
get
that
you.
type of trauma, that type of not
No,
trauma,
it is.
but
It is a form of trauma,
trauma
though.
form of
Like,
trauma, like where it's like, all right, you know, I don't feel celebrated.
especially if you're giving energy out to the world all the time. Like,
Right,
even with this podcast, let's be
right,
real. You're giving energy out to the cameras, to us, to
yeah,
you're giving energy out. You're not really even slightly celebrated. Not saying anybody needs it, but if you're not slightly celebrated,
yeah.
you
But
know, you feel like,
I guess it was certain people or a certain dynamic I wanted to be celebrated by. Now I have that
mm-hmm,
where when my birthday come around, it's like, all right, this is what we doing for your birthday, and I'm like, and sometimes and it's a like a double edged sword where now where I have that dynamic where somebody is saying like, hey, we doing this for your birthday, and now I'm pushing back, and I'm like, no,
yeah,
I'm not doing
yeah.
that for my birthday. We doing
You know, boundaries.
right, right, right. Like you're not gonna just tell me what I'm gonna do for my
Yeah, I
birthday. Like
appreciate the
I
thought,
appreciate
but
the
like,
thought, but
yeah,
even then, when you know, like my friend group, they be like, quit acting like that, bro. Because I have a real problem of being like stubborn sometimes, where I be
mm,
like, and something, and it's also what makes me kind of like great in a sense too, because I stand on what I stand on.
of
I take
course,
risks that other people wouldn't take.
as you
I
should.
take, you know, what I'm saying, pride in what I do, and I'm passionate about what I want to do. So I just feel like sometimes where my stubbornness is at its height, I
Mm.
lack that in the regard of wanting people to help me and do
I mean,
pushback.
it's probably just being men.
Yeah, yeah.
Unfortunately, again, nobody really gives a fuck for real. Like at the end of the day, I wish they did.
Nah, for
Shit,
real.
we care. I feel like that's the main thing I learned as being a man over, I guess, when the niggas turned me 5 years. I guess been since I was 21.
I'm gonna be real, brother. I feel like we become men way before the age of
Real shit.
21 and 18.
That's
Like
what. Yeah.
once you have the principle of being man, like once you know your man, like I gotta do this, and no matter what, there's no excuses.
Type
I
shit.
gotta get
Yeah.
it done. You a
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
And for
Yeah.
me, that was like 10 or 12. Like
I was 14 for real.
yeah, I was at a certain point in my life where I was trying to make like excuses about certain shit, and I realized like if I don't make excuses and I just get it done, it's gonna get done.
Don't talk. Like I feel like people don't know what that don't talk about it, be about the shit really means
Yeah.
sometimes.
See,
Because
my biggest thing is I'm not like that. I'm not haven't been like this in a while.
mm,
But I could say like certain parts of my life suffer, like the podcast has suffered because of it. Certain things have suffered, but I'm a big procrastinator.
mm,
Like I overthink things.
mm.
I'll be like, yeah, we're gonna do this, and I'll be like, damn, do I really want to do that? Do I really want to take that risk? Then once
Yes.
I talk myself through it, I'm like, you know what, I'm doing it. Fuck it.
In the same breath, you inspire me to actually do more. So I understand. I hear you,
Mhm.
but thank you,
I appreciate that.
thank
I
you. Yeah,
appreciate
of
that. Yeah.
course. Yeah,
But
yeah.
back to the point though, like I know with my bro, you know what I'm saying, he one of my close friends. I don't hear from a certain window of time. I know something wrong or something is bothering him.
Because it's a mental.
And I didn't have that extra line of communication with him
Mm,
to ensure now I have that, and it's like, okay, I can protect him in a certain way.
When you disappear, respectfully, just asking,
Mhm.
when you disappear, where do you go? If it's that not too much to ask.
No, no, I'm gonna be open about it. Well, several times I disappeared. It was to the hospital,
Mm-hmm.
once to jail. Sometimes I just fall into isolation,
Mm-hmm.
and I might just disappear from everybody. I just be MIA, like nobody will find me. I've literally been like sleeping in my car somewhere far away, miles away from home, like and
Is that
nobody hear
peaceful?
from me. Well, I wouldn't say it's necessarily peaceful, but in my mind at the time, it
Mm-hmm.
feels more peaceful. So
Right.
it's just how I'm interpreting it
Okay.
under certain circumstances in my
Okay.
mind. So
Yeah.
not necessarily peaceful. It might be cold. It might be stuff happening in
Because
the
you're in your
area.
car and shit. I get
Anything.
you.
I might
Yeah.
be hungry, no food, no
Again,
money.
jail, it wouldn't be hospitals aren't necessarily. I get you. Yeah, they're not
Yeah,
the most peaceful place, but I
exactly.
get you. I get you.
What about?
Actually, the most peaceful place that I did go to was jail. It
Hmm.
was rough at first. I got in a lot of fights, but when everybody found out that I could fight, I
Surprise.
had
Right?
my I had my own cell. I was getting extra food. It was,
Okay.
and I didn't have to worry about none of the anxieties of life.
Type
And I
shit.
think that in the midst of that, because they did get me on antipsychotics when I was in jail, but it wasn't working immediately. A lot of my mental issues is induced through like triggering traumatic experiences, right? So even high doses of medicine, it don't take my psychosis will never go away.
I get you. I
You know,
mean, if
some pe-
something
for
triggers
some
you,
for
something
some
triggers
people
you.
for some people it don't go away.
Yeah.
Some people have a couple episodes in their life and that's it. For some people it don't go away. And the doctors are telling me like it is a possibility it won't go away from me. You feel me? But when I was in jail, all of the anxiety of like having to worry about bills, who I got to make sure I'm
Man.
taking care of, all of that went away, and all I knew is, I got this cell here. I can work out. I can, sleep when I want to sleep. They gonna feed me every day and worry about where I'm gonna get food from.
I
And
get you.
and it's not it's I'm not trying to glorify going to jail no type of way,
Yeah.
but it was the most peace that I've had in the last couple of years since I started, dealing with, the psychosis aspect of my mental health.
Okay.
So
So I got a question for both of y'all for the entire group. Um, do you feel like our mental health as black men and just men in general get worse once we acquire a certain success? Because when you know, quote unquote, not successful, or you like below where you want to be, it seemed like it's no worries. But as soon as you elevate to where you want to get to, it seemed like that's where the problems arise.
I got a two-part answer, Loki.
I
Okay.
do too, kind of.
When I was in therapy the first time,
Mm-hmm.
I got to get my fourth new therapist for different reasons. It's not anyway. First time, she said when I reach the level of success that I am trying to acquire, there's a high possibility I'm going to realize that my mother died. My mother's been dead for 8 years,
Okay.
so it's like it kind of be slipping in and out. Every time I reach a goal, I'm like, damn, my mom right here. So it's like maybe, but so the second part of that is unattended. I feel it can go unchecked,
Mm-hmm.
unattended. But if you're just trying to check in and like with
Yeah.
your people, with a therapist, so with something, with somebody tangible, just like, hey, bro, you not tripping too much. I feel like it can get better.
Yeah.
Mentally, I feel like you should not be ever stable, but like more stable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So two-part answer.
What you were?
Same thing, two-part answer for you, kind of. One part is it really for me. I feel like it depends on perspective, and my perspective can change and fluctuate within seconds. And in some instances, achieving a level of success will feel good because now things might get a little bit easier in certain departments. But on the other end, in a pessimistic way, sometimes I feel like it don't matter what I achieve, like it's gonna always be so much further to go. It's gonna always be people that I can't help. It's gonna always be something I can't do. And no matter how far you make it, you can make it as far as you want to become a billionaire. Then you got to keep up and maintain that, and you want to.
I feel
And,
like
and I don't ever want to be like really a billionaire, so that's not what I'm saying. If I ever became a billionaire, I would want to give back to people, but I can't do for everything for everybody. You feel me?
Right.
And it's just so
Gotta
many
have something for
people
yourself.
hurting. You feel me? And I think about stuff like that. Like no matter how much I achieve in success, I'm like, bro, there's so many people hurting. This is not real success to me. Like And then in the other case, like I said, like I'm in a zone where I just feel good in that moment. Like, okay, I
Yeah.
made it past this. You know what I'm saying? I can do something more with this. You feel me?
Right.
So I can celebrate it in that sense. And then in another sense, I'm like, hey, like I ain't got time to really be rejoicing because it's still people out here who need. You feel me? And I still need myself. You feel
Right.
me?
Definitely.
So shouldn't we just enjoy the moment of peace when we have? Yeah,
Yeah. When we get
like
it, you gotta cherish it. You know.
yeah, because I
Exactly.
feel you. I feel you. Again, I don't think it's ever gonna be like fully. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like you did. Like what the fuck is that?
Right.
Like for real. Like
Nah. I mean, that was my next question though for y'all. Like, how do y'all feel like what's y'all safe space?
I don't know if you see my shit on my Instagram, but that room that I got that says good vibes, my
Mm-hmm.
TV. It's like technically my personal studio when I'm not going to the studio.
Right.
It's my personal studio, buy my books in there, game. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's my safe space. Yep,
Mm.
I call it my mind, the blue room. I call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, War?
I would definitely say it's places that I go that is extremely peaceful. But if I had to pinpoint one spot that's like my go-to, where I go to just get away from everything,
Mm-hmm.
it's my car. My
Mm,
car is my safe
mm.
space.
I ain't even gonna hold you. I feel that. I feel
Real
that.
talk.
What
I
about
feel
you?
that. It's a couple places. I would definitely say my grandmother's house.
Mm, mm.
Um, my mom lived there too, so um, definitely my grandma's. I mean, my grandma. I mean, just to give y'all like information on myself, like my grandma's house is like the pillar. I mean, it's the same thing in all black
Type
families,
shit.
but from my grandmother is like way more special. Like everybody has came across to that house, and you know, she the emotional support for
It's the
everybody.
family house.
I mean, it's the family house, but everybody it's the safe haven for
Okay,
everybody.
I get you.
Like everybody comes there for my grandmother's emotional support because she's not a person that gets too emotional, but at the same time she does the emotional support for everybody.
Okay, I
And I be
get you.
wondering like you the emotional support for everybody, like who's emotionally supporting
Mm.
you. So I have a different relationship and
Have you ever asked
yeah,
her? Hmm.
yeah. And she'd be like, God, you know.
God, I love it.
You know what I'm saying? Like a grandmother would tell you,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's God that got her, or, you know what I'm saying? Well, what she believe in, and that she has, you know, been here and lived her life for her family,
Mm.
lived for her family, moved from where she was originally from to come here to start a family, and you know, outside of work and church and things like that, her whole, you know, vibe and mission has been to make sure our family is all right. So
That's what's up.
I want
yeah,
to just say, I feel like it's beautiful that everybody has their own goal in life for real.
yeah.
And it just sometimes you don't understand somebody else's goal. It's like, no, nigga, this is all I really wanted to do in life was like have kids and low key just make sure they was good.
See, my goals have changed over the years, like kind of drastically. Like at first, like I wanted to I kind of like this gonna sound weird, but like I had like a super villain type of like arc that I wanted to hit like growing up. Like I want to be rich, famous,
Yeah,
you know, like get everything I want, but had no end goal once I got
got
there.
there. Yeah,
Now I'm older. Now I'm not one of the people that just want to maintain,
of course.
but I do want to get to a certain point to where not only am I over maintaining, but I'm helping other people maintain
What's that shit
at
called?
a higher frequency.
Philanthropy. Yeah,
Philanthropy,
philanthropy.
but with a twist, because philanthropists they do give back, but
Right,
they get
right,
that
right,
tax
right,
write
right.
off that you don't see.
Ever.
I wanted to be up front and help people like different, you know, platforms like, you know, break the fourth wall. Like, you know, we added you to the show. I like your vibe. We had been talking in the DMs. We've been knowing each other
Mm,
through third party for a couple years now.
real
But
shit.
I wanted to add you to the pod because I like your natural energy.
Appreciate it.
So whatever comes from the podcast that can help you with what you do outside of this, I wanted to do.
And you
You know
know
what I'm
what?
saying?
Highly appreciate because I was
No
going to most
problem.
definitely ask how else. Can we do a food can drop? Is it too late? Don't even worry about it.
So with bro, I know he has his set of, you know, issues,
Hmm.
and I want to be that friend to help him. We already do help each other,
Yeah,
but like if I can give him a safe space and a safe avenue to talk about it and be able to have somewhere to go and have somewhere to talk to where he feels like I have to run away, he can talk to me or come on a podcast and talk about whatever he
I
want to
get you.
talk
I
about.
get
You
you.
know what I'm saying? So that way. And I don't get
It's a
no
beautiful
tax write off
thing.
from
Yeah,
this.
no,
I
it's a
don't
beautiful
I'm
thing.
not necessarily benefiting from helping people, but I want to give people, you know, the um the ability to be able to have these to maintain above that level. I mean,
I get it.
we'll,
I want to cut in when you finish your statement because I do got something to say about that.
mhm.
All right, bro, not lying because I remember last year when we was talking about this before any of this stuff with me going to jail and stuff.
Mhm.
I was tripping
Yeah.
on the phone with you, and you
Yeah.
stay on the phone with me, trying to reason with me. And the problem is, like, when you under psychosis, like, it's not any talking rational. It's no rationalization in my mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he handled it, bro. Like, he really is a good friend. Like, bro, he really be there. Like when I need somebody to talk to, when I need advice, like he don't hold back until I'm telling me the truth, what I need to hear when I need to hear it. You feel me?
Absolutely.
And he like yeah, he really true to that. You feel me? And he don't get paid for it. Like I ain't cash up
Type
him
shit.
nothing. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like that's just bro love. You feel me?
And then in this situation, like, you know, a lot of people be scared. Like, man, I got a friend that can kick everybody ass. Like they be scared to tell people stuff, or like
True.
just
Yeah.
scared of their friends in general. Like a lot of niggas do be scared of their friends, but at the same
Emotionally and all.
time,
Yeah.
I've been knowing him before he was a fighter. We've been knowing each other since high school. You know what I'm saying? Bro, a little bit older than me, and when I first met him, you know what I'm saying, still the same war.
I mean, that's how
Where
you supposed to
now
be.
when he was like, you know, more sillier back then, but now he's more
Hmm.
serious and cerebral. So now, like he's I've seen changes in him,
Of course.
and he has seen changes in me.
Of
So
course.
we've both changed together and grew together. So that way, like how we approach each other when we first met each other versus now is completely different.
I can see that. I
Yeah,
mean, as I think a maturing friendship dynamic should do,
yeah,
as opposed to I feel like I don't know where the fuck some of my friends are because deadbeats, druggies,
yeah. I mean,
shit like that.
certain our friend groups, you know, come in different waves and passages. Like it's just like sometimes you on the same page, sometimes you're not. You know what I'm saying? They get to a point to where you have to be comfortable and really sustain a friendship to be like, okay, if I got a friend or a few friends that don't see eye to eye with me, that's okay, because if we're really friends, it's gonna
There you go. So
fall back
yeah,
full circle anyway. So
most of them like people that
yeah,
I'm actually cool with. Seems like I still talk to them on a at least weekly basis. Like
yeah,
yeah, anybody else that clearly is just. I can't say I have stopped checking in on people's mental because
all
I
right,
feel like I do that frequently for real. But
yeah.
the people that I notice the energy's not the same when I'm checking in on them, or they like, man, this nigga tripping for real. Like,
Yeah, or there, or some, you got some friends that might question, like, why you checking on me? Like, why? Like, why?
that's
Like,
life, bro. Like I feel like
life be
that's
life, and
life, bro.
life be
Like,
life, and like, shit, hell yeah.
like I just want, again, for my own mental. I don't, I don't know if I'm diagnosed with anything. Like,
See,
really,
you just made a great segue. So, have y'all ever self-diagnosed yourself with something?
I haven't, but you know what? I have. This is what I have done. I haven't directly did this to nobody's face, but I do have a philosophy that, regardless of diagnosing or no diagnosis, right? Everybody dealing with something mental in their own head. Now, how well they cope with it, how they deal with it, how it is seen by other people around them, like how other people might view what's going on, can be different and vary. But I'll be feeling like everybody dealing with something. And now
absolutely.
these diagnoses really just are labels because,
Yeah,
you know, I talk about the psychosis, but that's not the only part of me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's called psychosis. That's the diagnosis. They give this label of something that's happening naturally inside of me. This is a natural something that happens. It might not be normal, but in
right.
comparison to everybody, but it's natural happening inside of me. And my chemicals might just be stronger in other departments than other people. But I'm dealing with, you know, psychosis, bipolar disorder, ADHD, PTSD, OCD, right? But all of those things got different labels, but all of them are what makes me me.
I want to
And the
say
combination of all of them is not just one diagnosed.
Right.
It's
It's
you
a
know what I'm saying.
combination. Yeah.
It's
most of
some.
them
It
didn't
makes it something
exist.
Like
entirely
even
different. Yeah.
like just the,
Like,
I'm gonna let you say your
yeah,
point,
no, that was it.
but just real quick, even when people self-diagnose themselves, like, oh, okay, I'm feeling this way. Well, you got heart failure, but with heart failure, it's a combination of different things, like yo, diet. You know what I'm saying? Congestive
Exactly.
heart failure. Like when it's a diagnosis, it's more than just the one
Yeah, no,
diagnosis.
absolutely.
You had to build up to get there. But what was you about to say?
I mean, most of those things are new. Like
Right.
like most of these diagnoses are very new. Anxiety is new. PTSD is new. Fucking again, you know these are all new labels.
Yeah.
At one point, niggas would just write you off
Right.
and
Like, oh,
just
he just
toss it.
irritated.
Yeah, type shit. Or he's autistic or retarded. I don't even know what year.
Nah, we
Yeah.
ain't gonna say that.
Exactly. I don't know where. Yeah, but special.
Yeah.
Like yeah, write you off a lot of, and I've had a lot of different friends in my entire life.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, again, so self-diagnosing, I don't know. I've
Right.
never wanted to self-diagnose because I don't know what the fuck is going on up here
Yeah.
or up there or
Yeah.
up there or
Yeah.
up there. I don't know what's going on in anybody's head.
Right.
So just
Well,
listen.
I self-diagnosed myself recently. Well, I looked up some. I was feeling a certain way, and I looked it up, and the diagnosis said I had ADHD.
Mm.
But I had to think about it. Like, I had to really read into what it was, and then like the science behind it. So I was like, damn. I had to think about all the random times that I, like, maybe fit in that category. And I be thinking, like, y'all ever been on a road, y'all driving somewhere, and it's like a slew of cars going in one direction. You get off the freeway, you hit the gas station. You be thinking, like, damn, where the fuck them random people go?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or like, damn, that phone case box I ain't never threw away, or
Mhm.
that weed I forgot
It's
to
just
smoke.
something. Yeah, just
Like, damn, like I might have that
it's
shit.
something else I just learned too about what is it? Autism. Autism is also a spectrum. I just heard somebody that was 40 years old finally decided to like actually get checked out.
Yeah,
Turns out they have autism. Some of it, autism and narcissism or narcissism
narcissism. Yeah,
are clearly, not clearly, but like apparently close to each other. Like the
right.
spectrum is so close that it's hard to tell if you're a narcissist or to autist or autistic. So
Mm.
mental health, mental illness, all this is
But I'm glad I'm talking to you about this though, you specifically,
yeah.
because somebody told me it might have been you that sent the video or somebody that I might have been talking to in passing. But a lot of people saying a lot of these mental health issues or autism and stuff like that, it's in the food.
Hmm. I mean,
I might
yeah,
have. I might have.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
a
it,
lot
like
of that
like it's
shit.
like it's in the food. Like you taking on those hormones and the different motions of, like, imagine if you see somebody get killed, now you have to eat that person.
It's
All that
crazy.
trauma and all they
Essentially,
was really thinking
you
in their
got to
head,
think the
you about to take on because you were consuming them.
the animal or whatever you're consuming most definitely seen trauma before it happened, and then they seen
Yeah,
their
I mean,
friend have
they
trauma.
seen
They're
their
like,
life flash
yeah,
before
yeah,
their eyes,
quite
getting
literally, and it's
killed.
So
tense. Yeah,
I have
Now
a.
they about to be a lamb chop.
I have a scientific theory.
Okay.
This is just something that I had kind of came up with, which kind of correlates with what everybody's saying. But I believe that it is data and information in all organic life. You feel me? So when we eat a fruit, all the information and data that's inside of that, on a cellular level, we receive it. And I think that our consciousness, you know what I'm saying, what we consider our consciousness, this is just our external conscious. It's like even my physical vessel that I'm in right now. Like this is my physical vessel, you know, and I feel like I'm looking behind these, you know, these
see
Yeah.
glasses.
glasses. Yeah,
But really, if you think about it, it's my consciousness communicating with your consciousness. When we eat food, our bodies break it down. It can find what nutrition it need and then get rid of the rest
and
type
go
thing,
where it
right?
needs to
So
go.
that's all data and information in a sense, and I feel like in a literal sense, you feel me? We collect data when we eat. We
Absolutely.
telling our bodies what to do and giving it information. And when we eating food that's not food and it's garbage, you feel me? That's one of my rules with my kids. Like I tell my kids, like, listen, like don't even ask me about if you can have this. If you can't tell me where it come from, if you can't tell me where
What's
it
the
comes,
ingredients?
Smart.
like you can't have it. No, it's period. Like
Not to
and I
cut
don't,
you,
yeah.
not to cut you off, but he has a son that's a genius.
And listen, Eliza,
No, his daughter too.
she is too. I didn't know. I didn't know until like
Yeah,
more recently. I'm being telling you this now because you
yeah,
know she's smart.
yeah.
But her comprehension, okay, I didn't realize because she wasn't comprehending when she was a little bit younger. You feel me? Like she's 5 now, but
Right.
now that she's a little bit older and I can understand what she's saying and she comprehend what I'm saying a little bit more. I'm realizing she's on the same exact level as him. She doing multiplication, division, everything. You feel me?
Like
She she got it down pat.
her,
Crazy.
his son. We used to like give him math problems on the spot. Like he could be playing with a toy. We'd be like, "What's 500 times 25?" He'd be like, "Da da 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 da." We were
Yeah,
like,
he
damn, like,
legit like that. He know how to do algebra. You feel me? He can do negative numbers, multiply pretty much anything. He can divide. He can do
How old is he?
fractions. He can he's 6 now. He'll
Crazy.
be 7 in February. But he's
Crazy.
been what I'm describing right now. He's been doing since he was 3.
Crazy.
He wasn't even what they thought he was. We talk about the spectrum. They
Mhm.
thought he was borderline autistic because he wasn't talking to nobody really. But when he finally did start to talk, everybody realized he can speak extremely clear. He can
Crazy.
read.
Crazy.
Yeah.
He can do math. And he just took off. Like when he turned 3, everybody just was like, "What?"
Yeah.
Like where you feel me? But like obviously, you know, as a father, you know, I try and nurture that. You
Of
feel me?
course. That's, I
But
mean, your
he,
job.
but it's
Yeah.
but yeah, it's just him naturally. He's just an extremely intelligent kid.
Yeah, I just think just noticing him and being around him for a certain period of time, he's just a selective talker. Like if like you have the like as profound as this sound, you got to have some type of substance to talk to him. Like he's not your
You
normal
said
child.
Aquarius, baby, right?
Yeah, I think so.
February 17th. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's it's an
It's
Aquarius. No,
Aquarius.
actually, no, that's not. That's
Is
a
it? No, I thought
Pisces.
the
That's
19th
a
started.
Pisces.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
That's a
as hell.
I
Pisces.
thought Pisces
You're right,
started
so-
like the 20 something in that month.
Because it's
I know.
short.
I know. February 20th is Pisces. So I don't know when the
I
cutoff
think I
date.
think that start. I think it starts February 20th
I
and
feel
it
like it
goes
too.
through March.
Okay.
Because I think my
Not
sister,
even all the
my
way March.
sister's March
Not
6th.
all the way March. Yeah.
My sister March 6th, and I'm sure
She a Pisces. Yeah. But no, I was saying like you gotta have some type of substance to talk to a son. Like he's
Yeah.
not one of them kids like, oh hey, da da da. He be looking like, all right, yeah,
Yeah, keep
for
moving.
sure.
Yeah, I get you.
Blessings, King. You be like, all right, what's this equation? Okay, now we talking. So look, this how you do this. This how you do
Real.
that. I'd be like, okay,
Something to actually make his brain.
break his main.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I like. That's what I like to see that because
I pray my kids like that when I get
man, hey, his son might tutor my daughter. I'm like, shit.
Hey.
Get this shit started early. Nah, for real though. But it's the holiday season and stuff though. But how y'all feel about the holidays coming up? And we were just, Thanksgiving just passed and Christmas is here. I always feel like Thanksgiving is like a transitional holiday because it's the holiday before Christmas. You know what I'm saying?
That's when it get real
It-
serious.
Yeah, it get there Black Friday.
Yeah.
That's half of the Christmas shopping if you a responsible Christmas shopper.
I'm not.
And then you get like you get less than a month to go Christmas shopping. So how y'all feel about the holidays and stuff like that?
They cool.
Right.
Feel like I'm spirited all year, so niggas might get gifts all year.
Right.
Might.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah.
What about you, Or?
Well, I don't celebrate anything. Not birthdays, not holidays, no holidays at all. I try and just, appreciate every day. And like he said, like you might just get a random gift from me at any point in the year. Like I don't pick a date to give anybody something. If I'm gonna do something for you, I'm gonna do it for you. It's not
Right.
for the gratitude or the feeling like,
No,
I
you
did
feel
something
me?
for Christmas. I don't need nothing in return. You feel me? But the crazy part is like I haven't celebrated for years at all. Like my birthdays used to be like yours. Like come around, like people might just not even remember my birthday. And but I never talked about it. I've never been the type of person that like, hey, my birthday coming
Hold
up. You feel
on,
me?
I'm gonna say something. He's slick though. A lot of people try to like remember people's birthdays off of Facebook. He'll
Yeah.
put the wrong birthday on there.
I don't like people like you.
I'm
man.
like,
Y'all give me trust
listen.
issues.
I seen that shit one day. I'm like, man, nigga, your birthday in November. He was like, bro, don't nobody really care.
But what do you have it as your birthday?
I think it was like May something.
That's crazy.
But
Nope,
like-
it was
but-
April.
That's
now
crazy.
it's hidden though. I think I got it hidden now.
Yeah, it was April because I popped up like nigga, you just had.
Why?
Remember you had the party for your
back
birthday.
in 19.
Yeah, and then I seen April. I'm like, nigga, nah,
That's
bro.
crazy.
Your birthday by mine. You feel
That's
me?
crazy.
And the crazy part is, even that birthday party, that was the only birthday party I had in my life, and that wasn't even for me, really. It was more of a publicity stunt for whatever the
Yeah.
company was that was sponsoring me and stuff.
I fuck with you. You see how fast I went from I don't like you, how I fuck with you? That's real crazy.
I was like, bro, I fuck with him as soon as he said, I'm a vegan. You feel me? I was
Yeah.
like, I fuck with him. Like,
Hey, I
Yeah,
kind
fuck
of aspire to be like a vegan. Like it's a joke amongst the the normal guys that's here with us. Where I told them like, look, I be eating a lot of like vegan dishes. Ideally, that's where I want to go to eat cleaner. I eat halal. I try to eat cleaner now. And they just be like, "Oh, you the veganary mind." You know,
Yeah.
oh, I post some food on
They
my.
said that they.
Yes.
Bro, I swear, last
Listen.
time I was here, they said
Listen.
that.
I can post some. I can post some food on my story right now. It is not. It don't got to be vegan. It can be any food. They be like vegan,
That's
vegan.
crazy.
It's not. That's not vegan. 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 I can show you my DMs, bro. I be like, bro, shut the fuck
You
up.
trying? You trying?
I'm trying.
You
You know what I'm
trying,
saying?
bro.
Like they be like
They-
vegan. Especially my uncle.
Oh,
My
man.
uncle got that shit bad. I be like, man, hey, everything I eat ain't vegan right now. I'm like, had one foot in, one foot out. Like, y'all gotta chill though.
It's a process.
It's a process,
It's a
yeah.
process for sure.
I feel like I got the discipline for it, but I don't feel like I budget correctly. So I'm kind of, it's kind of that goes away from the discipline, obviously. But I feel like I have the discipline to do it, but my budget doesn't. You know,
I'm gonna always
Go with it.
argue about budget. I feel like I don't know. Damn, maybe I'm just good. Maybe I have been vegan so long. It's just
yeah,
like
it's like no, you just put this there, yeah.
'Cause-
Whatever you was about to say, bro, I do want to still hear it because
Okay.
you might just say something that makes
'Cause-
too much sense. Because I'm on the same page as you, Loki.
it depends on what you try. If you have an idea of what you're going to eat for the week, I feel like this goes for food, like normal food. That sounds evil, but normal food. Like if you have an idea of what you're going to eat, 50 Cent got a great. He eats a salad for lunch or every day and a steak for dinner type shit every day.
Okay.
I don't think his budget is going anywhere with his food. Like he
Nah,
knows
not
that
at
he's
all.
eating that. So I think it's just like you know what you know. Like,
Yeah.
I get salads and sandwiches mostly for real for like lunch and midday because I'm a fat ass. But like dinner it might be some cooked walnuts and mushrooms or some shit or maybe something from Fire Ass Vegan because fuck it, why not?
Hey, shout out to hey, listen, before she opened and everything, she had DM me and was like, I spurred someone some of the food. She pulled up on me on the east side, everything. Gave me like some fire ass egg roll. So shout out to Fire Ass Vegan, you feel me? I gotta tap in. Every time I try to tap in on the Soul Food Sundays, I look and that shit be gone. I'll be like,
I'm
be
gonna
like,
say
damn.
something off the record later.
huh?
If you
Okay.
made these spots like
Well, that
this,
should be gone. She'd be like, yeah, this is the menu, da 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 da. I can literally swipe out of the story, go to my actual page and come back. She'd be like, it's all sold out. I'd be
that's
sick as
fire.
hell.
crazy.
Fire.
It be places like
It
that.
be yeah,
nah,
yeah, yeah.
That's crazy.
It's the perfect location. They down, Midtown area. So it's like I get it. You get a lot of people come across it and wanna tap into it.
A
so.
lot. A lot. It's doing good.
But no, what's an ideal gift for y'all for the holidays? Like a lot of people, don't know what they want to get. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's an ideal gift for y'all?
Easy. Anything that means something to me.
Facts.
So
facts.
like my uncle gave me a keychain, little keychain. I might bring it up. Oh, is it on my? Stupid. It's so stupid, bro. I hate how stupid it is. It's Uncle Iroh from Avatar.
Okay.
He
Dang.
like a very peaceful nigga, but I had this for a whole year now. I usually lose gifts like this, but it's like
Yeah.
it means a lot, bro. Like he be drinking green tea and ginseng tea and just be meditating. I'm like,
Yeah.
it means a lot.
Yeah,
Small.
That's
Yeah.
what's up. Hell yeah. What about you, War?
Oh, Avatar is not.
Hey, let's talk about it. Is Avatar top cartoons, top shows from our era growing up?
It gotta be top five.
Hey, shout out my little brother Khalil, man. Me and him watched that show from beginning to end. From beginning to end, from the end to beginning to end to beginning,
Bro.
like the whole every episode. If I could sit here and think about it, I could tell you, I could walk you through every episode. That's how much you watched
I
it.
love concepts. I love concepts, and that's a show that has a concept that's appealing to me.
Right.
I'm not a big TV watcher.
Yeah.
I don't watch a lot of TV, but like if something is buzzing and everybody like, hey, you need to watch it, I might get into it a little bit to see what it's
Yeah.
about. You feel me? But if something has a major concept that I just fuck with, you feel me? I'll watch it. I'll even stick to like watching that same thing again
Type
if I
shit.
have to, like if I'm doing like a family movie night or something like that. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like we can watch this again. Like,
Yeah.
because I'm just like not probably gonna be interested in a lot of stuff. But like Airbender is one of those shows that it got a good concept to me. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like
Great
he the
concept.
last of his kind. You feel me? And they was trying to wipe them out because they didn't want somebody to be able to rise up against their nation. You feel
So
me?
for
Strong
clarity
history.
and for the people that's watching that might not know what we talking about, but
Crazy.
you should. It's crazy if you don't, but
It's
if
cool.
you should, can y'all categorize and explain what show we talking about and what was the real plot of the show?
Anime.
Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's the setting is around four nations, right? They represent four elements: wind, earth, fire, and water,
Mm-hmm.
right? And each avatar, right? So avatar, the avatar state is basically a state of being that under intense trauma will induce you to go into the state of being that makes him so much more powerful in his element bending abilities. You feel me? And each generation of avatar comes in a different nation of element. So like this particular time, it was the air nation, the avatar. They wiped out the entire air nation, and he was the only one left of his kind because he went into his avatar state and protected himself and preserved himself. And he didn't, like, when you go into the avatar state, you can't like, you're not like really in control of it. That inner being inside of you, all your ancestors of the past is channeling their energy into you. You feel me? So it's not just you on your own. But if you die in the avatar state, you gone forever. You feel me? That's it. And another thing that I had realized recently, like maybe last year or whatever, when I was dealing with the psychosis, is that when you think about that avatar state, you feel me? I'm not saying I'm the avatar or nothing,
I mean,
but
I mean, you might
but
be.
that's what I feel like the psychosis is. You feel me? Like I feel like under extreme intense pressure,
Mm-hmm.
my mind will collapse into this state of being where I'm no longer really necessarily in control of myself. I'm naturally just a dangerous person. For anybody who's not like a trained, a trained high level prospect or UFC trained, you feel me? I'm a dangerous fighter. So, if I'm going inside of this state of mind where I'm like not in control of myself type thing, you feel me? And
Flow state.
you feel me? So I just like, I'll compare that in that type of way too. But Avatar is a deep show in so many aspects of the
Man,
manner. You feel me? Like if you think about just stuff that's going on in the world, like people's power, fight for power. You feel me? People so power hungry. You feel me? And a lot of people are just sheep and they don't see what's going on around them.
not at all.
And it's not gonna be until you feel me a genocide of an entire nation is wiped out that you
you
feel
gonna
me.
really
So
realize what it is.
yes,
Yeah.
and I don't want to wait until it's everybody getting killed type shit to fight back. You
Real
feel me?
shit.
But
Yeah.
like
Right.
that's what that show kind of depicts to me in a lot of sense. Like they didn't even know they was gonna get attacked. You feel me? They just pulled up on a boat and just start slaughtering their whole family, and that's messed up. You feel me? But it is stuff that go on in the world like that today.
Yeah, parallels to real life, like
Hmm.
especially like when our country when it get political and war and people,
Yeah.
fight battles and different things that ain't like it's like you fighting a battle between two corporations, you know what I'm saying? Basically. I
Yep.
mean you putting yourself out there and I just no disrespect to the people who fought for our country who, still do and lost their lives and stuff like that. But when you really look at
Appreciate
the
it.
surface of what war they fighting and what war we're fighting amongst each other, you realize it's
Yeah.
like the the morality and the substance behind it is really nothing. Because you didn't do nothing personally to me.
Exactly. I don't understand, how, it can be two men that's wearing suits and ties and they have a disagreement with each other and they at a table and then they be like, you know what, I don't agree with you. I don't agree with you either. All right, well, let's see who gonna get their way. And they go back and then they send people out, human lives, out as pawns to go fight some
Just
war for
not
some stuff
checkers.
that they don't agree
Power
with. You feel me?
is
and,
stupid.
and people do it for all type of money, to protect your country. That's called brainwashing to its highest level. You feel me?
Yes.
Yeah.
And like, when I'm looking at to bring it back and keep it relevant, like when I'm looking at TV shows and stuff like that, you know, the schizophrenia makes me paranoid that they're mocking us to our face
Oh,
because
absolutely.
this makes so much sense in the real life.
Absolutely.
Even like the Matrix, I'm like, okay, it's supposed to be science fiction, but if you think about the concept behind these things, you feel me? It makes a lot of sense. Almost like they ridicule us to our face. That's the schizophrenia. But
Yeah.
on the other sense, I'm just like, maybe I'm just able to compare certain things, aspects of life to other things. Like I do an MMA all the time. I'm like, that's kind of like MMA, and it might
Yeah.
be nothing to
Nothing
MMA,
I'm like,
but I
yeah.
can correlate it type thing. You feel me?
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
And I do that with shows all the time.
Yeah. Blue.
Oh, what about Avatar? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, a great synopsis, and unfortunately enough, because I don't know what goes on in anybody else's head. Yeah, quite literally. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
y'all definitely on the same page. Y'all definitely on the same page for real. Most definitely. But yeah,
Yeah.
man, I mean, What y'all think? What y'all think about the? What y'all think about this? What y'all think about the local political system and how like our local governments and you know, do you abide by it? Do you disagree? Do you agree with certain practical practices, or do you think do you think the local government needs like an entire flip of their infrastructure
Governor Women doing okay. She's doing okay.
locally? That
Like
state,
even
I'm talking
more
about
local
like
than
yeah,
that.
like
Oh,
city wise Detroit,
shit.
and then
Well,
we can build up to the different
that's
layers.
why I said Governor Women doing okay.
Yeah, I
It's
mean she doing okay for somebody that almost got kidnapped for
crazy,
another political agenda, but
crazy, bro.
crazy.
That is still nuts.
I do sometimes wonder how the world would be if it just didn't have government. You feel me? Like, what would it be like
Lawless.
if we, right? Maybe if everybody was grouped together the way we are, because we are in a society. But you if you talking about we us as human beings here on Earth, you feel me? Like, if you take all about 8 billion people on Earth and you put them together, hand in hand. First of all, everybody in the world can fit inside of like the state of Texas. I don't know if you heard that fact before. Secondly, if everybody came together, we only take up about 2% of land mass on Earth, which means that while we all packed together like sardines in a cubicle, you feel me? It's a lot of land and space out there. They putting chemical factories in the middle of our neighborhood, you feel me? Tearing down all our trees, and this is what we living in, but it's not all the land here. It's so much land. They can put these factories somewhere way more remote away from the
These
people.
are all facts.
You feel me? But they don't do that. You feel me? And then they take a lot of people's money. They take your money for everything. You gotta pay to make money. You gotta pay to spend money. You gotta pay to live in a house. You gotta pay to drive a car. And those are consistent payments you gotta make
But I'm
for
gonna be real
just
with you
living.
though. I don't think the world has ever lived without that type of infrastructure
No.
or without a government because all it has is progressed and changed over time.
Well, I mean,
Even the small tribes
when you say government though, like, what do you mean by government? Are you talking? Yeah, are you talking about like a tribal
to
village or something?
govern people.
Cause some of these, when you talk about like history, and you look at like these villages that would come together, a lot of them would be like family, like incest, everything, like be
They still got
cousins
a
with
chief.
cousins and stuff, but it just be like family, a big village of a
Yeah,
family.
but every
They
tribe and
hunt.
every village that you can name in that capacity have always had someone that they don't agree with.
Yeah, no, that's for
Like
sure.
yeah,
But
like
it's something I don't agree with specifically in society that I think is a huge thing that I feel like should be changed, because I feel like us just being human, like, we are humans. I mean, we are life. We life on Earth.
Absolutely.
Forget about the
Absolutely.
separation in species. I don't care about genotypes or nothing. Forget it. I'm not even going down race, black and white, nothing. I'm talking about we are life on Earth, which means that we all come
I
from the
sure.
same source.
I sure.
It's not about who's going to dominate over somebody else. Really, it should be about us surviving and expanding as a whole, as life. Life should be expanding, but
Mm-hmm.
instead we killing
Mm-hmm.
a lot of life. It's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of selfishness going on,
Mm-hmm.
and as beings of the earth, as I don't care how intelligent we are, if we humans we can communicate. As beings of the earth, food should be free. It should just be free.
Can
If you know how to farm and you can produce food at that type of level, you should just be giving it out. Instead, it's gonna go in the garbage because you got to make money. You got to go to work and make money to feed yourself, feed your family. That's slavery in its greatest form, because people think that this is the land of the free, but this is the most enslaved country in the world. Everybody here, everybody here is enslaved in the mind. It's way different than somebody forcing you physically to do something when your mind is enslaved, because it's not a barbed wire fence, it's barbed wire around your head. You feel me?
facts.
And you try you born into it. This is how they catch us. You born into it. They already taught your parents how to teach you it. You feel me? So everybody just okay with the fact that we get up every day, feel me, Monday through Friday. It's a 7-day week, Monday through Friday. You get up, you feel me? Kids got to get up, go to school, you feel me, every day, Monday through Friday, get the holidays off, the weekends, you feel me? And for the
That's
and for
baby boomer
Yep,
logic.
and for the kids, they get a nice little summer break or whatever in between. But for the adults, you feel me, that they've been getting ready since they was a kid, when they do all these years of school, your whole life. Listen, this is your whole life. They take you right. If kids wasn't smart enough to learn at home, how do before they even go to school, they learn whole languages? They learn whole languages. They learn motor skills, how to walk, how to start. You feel me? This is not something that's just easy to like pass by. But then they take your
Because
kid after you show them these basics, and you got them ready enough that they can understand and comprehend what it is that they wanted to. Then they take your kid and they start getting them prepared to live in the world the way they want them to live in the world. You feel me?
Facts.
But and then you finally graduate, you feel me, 18 years old, you graduate, you feel all achieved, you feel me, and then you got to go to college. You're not done yet. And even if you don't go to college, you still got to go out in the workforce. So you finish college, you get that degree. Okay, you feel good. You can go make a little bit extra money, right? But you got to go punch that clock. Now you got another 30 years of this before you until you get old enough to where you can retire maybe. And when you finally old enough that you, I mean, or until you old so old that you can't work no more physically, you just can't. You feel me? And your whole life is gone. Your whole youth is gone. You feel me? And people living. I heard this before from somebody. I don't know where I heard it from. I think my girl said this to me. People are just living for the weekend now.
Facts.
They living for the weekend. They just can't wait for the weekend to get here because that's the only days you get to yourself.
Every day
You
should
giving
be.
you giving every day of your life to somebody else. Listen, if time wasn't important, if time wasn't valuable, then people would not pay you for your time.
Absolutely.
People would not pay
Absolutely.
you for your time. That means your time is more valuable than the money that they giving you for it. So why are you giving them
Or the
something more
crypto.
valuable than what they giving you? You giving you it's an uneven exchange all the way across the board. You feel me? And I don't feel like if you don't go to work, even if we do want to have society right, and we do want to right, because I don't think that the whole concept, the idea of society is bad. People working together to build something, I don't think that's bad at all. But it's broken because it's too many loops in it that causes
It's too big.
that allows for what's what I'm looking for, allows for like, I don't know, evil things to happen because of it. People just selfish. They want power. You feel me? And they don't care about people underneath their feet as long as them and theirs is good.
Government
And
isn't
thi-
God.
and this system is built so powerful in that way that nobody even wants to stand up against it. Even if they do feel like they see it, they don't know where to
God.
start. You feel me? So they just abide by it and go and they teach their kids how to just cope with it. We literally are we in a cycle of trying to cope with this. You feel me?
Mm.
And it's just not right, in my opinion. You feel me? So if you ask me about government and like in the sense of today at least, I don't like it. They say that, oh, this is democracy. People, it's not considered a democracy no more. It's a
Hmm.
I forgot what our government is called, which is terrible. But
Interesting.
but what I will say is we don't get the decision and stuff because ain't no I don't everybody that I talked to didn't may have no decision in sending money over to Ukraine. Everybody I talked to didn't make no decision, and a lot of the decisions that the government make without us, you feel me? They got themselves in office. They have all type of like when you talk about politics, it's who you know. A lot of the time, you feel me?
Facts.
Who you know, what type of relationship you got with them, who willing
Don't
to do
forget
favors for you. So these are
lobbying.
all people in with each other. They are in with each other. You feel me? If they don't want somebody in office, they will boycott them out. It ain't no, you feel
Blackmail.
me? And then even if somebody do get in office, they play the game the way they supposed to play, and they do get in that position. You feel me? A lot of them get off,
Yeah,
trying to do something
for real.
positive, trying to make a change. Like no, people want their money, people want their power, people want to be comfortable in their own self, and they don't care how many people they got to step on to get there. And that's sick to me in a lot of different ways. You feel me?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I don't want to take over the whole podcast,
Nah,
but
you know,
Nah.
that was deep. That was deep.
Extremely. Because
Yeah,
I
you had
agree.
me over there thinking.
Yeah.
What you about to say, Blue?
There's a lot of things I could say.
Go ahead.
It's a lot. Shit. Absolutely. I'm going. I guess let me start with one of the first thoughts I was going to say. They got rid of fruits and vegetables growing off the trees in the 50s because of, or the 40s because of segregation being ended. They
Mm.
didn't want black people doing shit like that. They didn't want us just grabbing fucking fruits and vegetables off the goddamn street and actually having that. So they got rid of all the female plants and just made it male plants. So that's why we don't
Mm.
have none of that shit.
I,
That's why so much pollen in the air too. Pollen is obviously not fucking good. People have allergies to that shit. He knows these things, which is starting to make me think maybe there is something going on in my head that I don't talk about. Respectfully.
Real shit.
So
Real shit.
there's a lot he said that I really
Yeah. But listen though, let me just. This is on the
I use
podcast,
that
right?
argument all the time for people like, bro, like you can't tell me like if you look around, like trees, like money don't grow on trees, right? But food do.
Dude.
And you look around you, it ain't no trees bearing fruits, and it is rules against how you do it if you
Yep.
want to do it.
Not to
Period.
cut you off, but this is a normal conversation between me and him.
I believe it.
This is literally like our last conversation could have been like a podcast.
I
Like we
believe
was
it.
talking for 3 or 4 hours. We talked, hung up, He called me back. He said, "You know what, bro? I'm coming over tomorrow. I'm making it my business. We got to sit here and talk about this face to face. Like
Real
we
shit.
can't.
Real shit.
Can't nobody hear what I really want to say over the phone. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But no, would you go back to your
It's
point?
it's
My
it's
bad.
a lot of things. I mean, government sucks in whole. I mean, government's been around forever. Genghis Khan, fucking whatever. I don't feel like going down the list of
Yeah,
governments throughout the years, but niggas need to be governed. There's assassins, Templars. If you want to play Assassin's Creed game, niggas that run the government, niggas that just want to free the government. Um, I don't know. I'm gonna be real. As far as I'm concerned, government is good. Bad, but good. Bad because it's too many eyes not being able to see anything.
right,
Too many eyes literally not seeing shit.
right.
That's the bad thing. You're not helping anybody because you can't see anything. You hear whatever the fuck is coming through the fucking
Yeah, and that's
waves.
propaganda majority of the time.
A
So
lot of it, and
Yeah,
and a lot of it's a lot of missing information. I don't want to forget that.
a lot
yeah,
of misses. So no, government has the potential to be good because I am an advocate against government in so many ways. But because I want it to be better, I'm going to still say, hey, I'm with government.
right.
Fuck the government though.
So I got a question for y'all. Like, we roughly we all roughly in the same generation and stuff like that. So my question is to the both of y'all. Like, do you feel like social media has changed the world as far as like how we think and how we like to go to piggyback off of what we just talked about, how we think and how we perceive things and like, because we've seen social media just be like, all right, it'd be like just a little chat, you know what I'm saying? Then it came from pictures to video. Now we could be live and all these
Do
different
the whole
things. So
9 yards,
the
yeah.
whole 9 yards. So how do y'all feel like social media has changed how we perceive things and our perceptions and different things?
Fucked it up. Like, I don't want to say fucked it up too bad, but it like fucked it up for kids not really wanting to be outside as much from what I can tell.
Yeah.
Fucked up people judging each other,
Right.
even though that always was gonna happen. But hell, if I took a family vacation, nigga, I'm taking pictures from my camera and I'm
Right.
saving them and putting it in a box. Like niggas ain't gonna see that shit unless you coming up to my house. So it changed a lot. I
Yeah.
feel like it changed reactions, shit, emotions to shit. I don't know
Yeah.
if you remember that era when people was crying and taking pictures of themselves on
Man.
social media. Like that was a
Nah,
whole thing.
nah, that's mental illness. That's mental illness.
Yeah,
This nigga shot me, dog. Fuck the
I'm
hospital.
fucked up,
I'm
y'all.
fucked
We
up.
good.
We good.
Like,
Spin again, nigga.
yeah, no, it's yeah. Again, that should be a first thing. It's going somewhere to get help, not
Nah,
this
man, they
nigga
done
shot
shot me.
me. Like, yeah, that's mental
It
illness
was
for
Blue
sure.
that did it.
Oh, that's wild.
well, I got my alibi ready. I know what y'all talking.
You
I was
feel
on
me?
Soul Surf podcast.
I feel like with social media a lot of the times like it has get people accustomed to reacting instead of like responding.
Yeah.
Like okay,
First
I can
responders.
yeah, like, I can react to something and be like, oh dang, that's fucked up, you know, all right, but what I'm gonna do about it? Like
Yeah, like
you have an opinion on something you don't know nothing about. You reacting to it, but okay, you have this stronger opinion about it. What you gonna do about it?
that's again going back to
That
just doing.
I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Sorry, baby. I just shut my girl down with that same argument a few weeks back, bro. I was like, she was like, no, cause the thing was like all this information is coming out now. Like everybody gonna see the truth. They can't hide it cause social media and all this stuff. So that was one thing, right? To bring that aspect up. And my argument was, first of all, they targeting people specifically by their demographics. So
Of course.
it's not like so. This is what's dangerous about it. You talk about propaganda. They're shitload feeding me with a whole bunch of stuff that they want that they think I'm interested in or points of views they feel like right. And then you look at my girl's Instagram feed and she getting all type. I don't see none of these videos. This ain't none of this stuff popping on my feed. I'm
Right.
getting all type of different, but you getting the flip reverse opposite type videos of what I'm getting.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
so
yeah.
basically my videos is building up an argument for me like, oh, they right, yeah, like
Yeah.
women, right?
Women, yeah.
And then hers is like, oh, these men, you gotta make sure, you feel me?
Niggas
Right.
ain't shit.
And
This,
they
that,
put, but
yeah.
they pumping this out in everybody's head, and it's some studies that show that when you scrolling through these like reels and stuff like that, it causes your dopamine
flooded.
to yes, thank you.
No, flooded by the
And,
second.
and,
Every
and
like.
and that's what caused people to keep scrolling, keep scrolling, keep
Mm-hmm.
scrolling. So people just constantly getting all this information pumped in their head. A lot of it be false information.
Think
Some
about
of it
it.
be real information,
Think
but
about it.
it's to make you angry about it. But people, and my argument to her to meet what you said, I said, okay, people see all this stuff happening on social media, but what is anybody doing about it other than sending it to somebody else? But look at this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's it.
Now
Nobody
think
trying
about
to
it. Think
rise up
about these
against it.
different media companies, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got Instagram, they got Reels. You got YouTube, they got Shorts. People have short attention spans, so when you go on Instagram, they got to reel you in
Mm-hmm.
to keep
Mm-hmm.
keep consuming this short form content because people's minds and people's perspectives are changing every day because they see these short bits of misinformation,
A lot of
twerking,
misinformation.
ass shaking. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of
Like
Exactly.
ass.
killing
A lot
people,
of
killing
ass.
people. You know what I'm saying? Like, and to be honest, to play devil's advocate, you should see some of that stuff, but in moderation.
Yeah.
Because if you don't see none of that, when you see it, it's you shell shock. You're not gonna know
You
what to
know,
do.
when I was a
You
kid,
said it, bro. You
it
said
was
it.
just the twerk team.
Yeah.
So that was the only.
That-
If
that-
I gotta look it up on YouTube and World Star for real, I ain't even
Yeah.
gotta. Oh shit!
man,
It's child twerk
it's people.
team.
It's people you know that's doing that shit. Now that shit went worldwide. Nah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Definitely.
Things change.
Things change for sure.
Yeah, social media fucks up a lot of.
Yeah, it fucked up our minds for sure. I'm not gonna lie. It get to the point now to where it's like, you ever get on social media and that should just be exhausting.
Yeah,
Mhm.
almost
I get on all
every
the
5
time.
times I'll pick.
Like,
You know what I've been wanting to get?
What?
Crazy as it sounds. I want a fucking home phone. I want to turn off my phone when I get to the crib and just say, "All right, look, y'all know what to do. Reach me at my home phone number."
you're gonna
Like,
get dial up. You're gonna
yeah,
get.
bro, hell, I ain't getting no dog. We ain't
You
going that far.
He want a beeper and everything. Let me call this.
I thought about the beeper. I ain't gonna lie.
that you feel me?
Man,
He wanted a beeper.
that's just gonna be for pictures. That phone.
That
Yeah.
do look legit. Like it look like if you just got a nice, elegant.
You feel
home,
me?
Like you want one of
You feel
those.
me?
sitting on the
Yeah.
table.
Yeah.
But
Facts.
I do want a home phone for real, just so I can stop being on social media as much.
I was gonna say I get on social media all the time and look and close that shit right back, bro.
Mhm.
Because I'd be like, I cannot go through all these messages right now. Like,
Give me
and you know,
anxiety.
and I send reels back and forth with you all the time. But like me and the other one, like my cousin, you feel me?
Yeah.
And that's just my personal page. You feel me? That I've been using it. I don't even be wanting to get started with the Silverback page. I be
Man.
like, bro, like that hold my feed so long. Like I got messages from last year I ain't got to open yet. Bro. I'm like, no.
Anxiety.
I'm like, no. I
Also,
can't even do it.
I just want to say,
Like 4+, 4+,
social
4+.
media fucked up how we actually talk to people because if don't open your shit today, I don't have to, for real. Like back in the day, a couple years ago, 10 years ago, I can wait today and not open it, tomorrow not open it, Wednesday not open it. Yeah, bro, I just got back to your message. What you doing? Niggas get mad now. They like, I seen you on Instagram. I seen you on this.
Yeah, be
I
like
seen you
active
on
2 hours ago.
It's like, yeah, I was.
I'm gonna be transparent. I'm one of them niggas that get mad at certain niggas when they don't do that shit. Cause I'll be thinking like, cause I'm not gonna lie. I do saying bullshit to certain people, but it be certain like, especially like with the podcast shit. I be trying to make certain connections like dispensaries. You know what I'm
Type
saying?
shit.
Like clothing lines, businesses, all different type of shit. So when I see you something, it's purposeful.
I get it. Anxiety again.
Like,
Anxiety,
you know what I'm saying? It's
real.
purposeful. Yeah. But a lot of people talk about the bad side of anxiety. I embrace it though because it's like attention to detail, time sensitive activity. Like if I call
Inspiration.
if I call him at 9:30 at night, he know it's important. I'm not calling him to be
type shit.
like, yeah, do you see that nigga get knocked out? You know, you know
I
what I'm
feel like
saying?
most people know that about
that
me.
shit serious.
I feel like 9:30 a little bit early to say that. Man,
Really?
I get
In my mind, 9:30 people winding down.
not me.
And that's what I'm saying, like-
Really
you know what time I
8:30.
went to
Really
sleep?
8:30.
You know,
You
He's
might
pushing
be
it.
depending. You
know
might be
time I
walking
went
the
to
crib.
sleep?
Depending on the day.
Yeah.
Depending on the day. Like I know if you got a family, you got kids. 8:30 between after 8 o'clock, it's like you probably with your kids
yeah.
winding
Yeah.
down.
You can call me
If
at
you
any
don't got
time, bro,
kids,
for anything.
then it's
Respectfully.
like,
But still winding down regardless. I be
Facts.
having up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Nigga. Like,
I'm a
winding
night
down.
owl.
Bro, call me at any time for anything. It'd be stupid. Like, bro,
Yeah.
I stumped my toe on
Hilarious.
I literally, I laid down, not even like really get some. I took a little nap, but I laid down after like the whole day of like going. I laid down at like 6:50 a.m. and then I got right back up at like 9 something. You feel me? That's how I normally am.
How
Like,
many days can you go like that?
I mean, one time I did work like 28 hours straight. My boss needed to cut some shifts covered,
Okay.
and
Okay.
I pulled it off. And when I got off that next morning, like 5 a.m., I didn't go home and go to sleep. I mean, I can do it, but you know what? And you know, me and my psychiatrist was talking about this. You know, that it could be a huge contributing factor to me, the psychosis inducing. You feel me? Is me
Rest
not
is
getting enough
important.
sleep,
Yeah.
because that's always been a major sign that a major psychotic break is coming for me, is when I'm not, you know, getting adequate sleep at all, or typically I'll just stop sleeping. I'll stop sleeping altogether. I'll just be up for nights.
Crazy.
When I was at jail, they was like, "This nigga never sleep," because
Never.
I was literally up for days, like never. They wake up in the middle of the night, I'm walking back and forth. You feel me? Breathing heavy. Just got done doing a whole bunch of push-ups. That's how I was doing all them push-ups. I tell
I
me about
respect
that.
it. Yeah.
I wasn't just doing it all at once. You feel
Type
me?
shit. Yeah.
I would do 400 push-ups in one set. You feel me? I would do 40, 40, 40, and I would do 10 sets of that, and I would take like a 30-second break in between each set. You feel me? Just get my arms trying to shake. When my arms get so burnt out that I can't finish the 40, I do as many as I can until my body can't come up. When I'm collapsing, I get up, I shake my arms loose, and I go and do 2 more until my arms shake
Crazy.
out, and I do that until I finish that set. Then I take my 60-second, you know, 30, 60 seconds, you feel me? And I go do my next set, and I do that until I complete the 4 sets of 400, and I would do that 5 times, you feel me? And I'll do that until, you feel me, until I just can't no more most of the time. And then the next day, I just keep it going. So I just do more push-ups, keep it going. Like, I never stop. 400 at a time, 400 at a time. And I just ain't had nothing to do but that. So
I mean, beforehand, how much sleep was you getting?
normally, for me, a decent night of sleep can be anywhere from like 4 to 8 hours.
I take it only because that's what I tell my dad is okay with me. That man works a lot. I feel like niggas, again, rest is important. Men need to take care of our fucking health, and I feel like we
Yeah.
don't because we all, man, we got work, 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 work. I
Yeah,
work 7 days
facts.
a week too, bro.
Facts.
I make sure I get at least 7, 8 hours sleep, at least 2 times a week. At least 2 times a week.
Yeah.
I don't want to be just running because I feel like that's how I always end up getting sick. Like
Yeah.
just
And
sick.
that
Yeah.
definitely is the case.
Like just oh shit, I ain't going nowhere today. Like my body just shut off on me. Yeah, I don't like that.
I was gonna say, bro, you eat better than me. I can imagine you probably don't get sick too often at all, do you?
So it's crazy enough. I think this is the first year, especially when me and being vegan. Like I think this is the first year I got sick 3 times this year.
Oh
So
dang.
crazy. Before that, nah. Yeah, nah. I don't know how I got sick before I went to Puerto Rico. And shit, I just got sick just for like a day, like a week and a half ago. So other than that, no.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's crazy. 3 times in 1 year, and it's
It's
not even normal
crazy.
for you.
Yeah, that was really
Like
fucking
one
crazy.
time in 3 years for me. Yeah, but your diet is better than mine for
Yeah,
sure.
I bounced back quick. Like all, I feel like I've always bounced back, but even being vegan, I bounced back even faster now.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was weird. This has been a weird year. I don't know what the fuck that was.
Listen, this been a weird. Listen, ever since COVID, I feel
Man,
like the world is just like have not like it's been
it
weird in
hasn't
so
recovered.
many in so many aspects. And like now, like you talk about information being pushed on social media and stuff like that, especially like it is so much like dirty information getting kicked out right now.
It's hard to even
I
digest.
had saw a meme that did have me dying laughing because it said ever so often the government drop some news and be like, remember that thing 20 years ago y'all said it was a conspiracy? Yeah, we did it. Now what?
Real
And I
shit.
was
Real
like,
shit though.
I was like, no, you're right. And I was just reading something about Switzerland. Like I was like trying to figure out like how can they remain neutral through like these major wars and stuff like that. Found out that that was never the case. They were not neutral in the
Oh.
World War II. They
Oh.
were supportive, very supportive of Germany.
Oh.
Yeah,
Facts.
yes,
Oh. That
yeah.
makes
They had to
sense.
keep it Europe, you know.
Yeah, I mean they right there. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I was just like, dang, you know,
My,
I
my,
found,
my,
but they
my
didn't release certain information about what was happening until the 1980s, and I'm like, dang, like they hold on, they keep us 50 years behind on information, and
taking
like
on.
I study a lot. I study a lot, and not the stuff that everybody else is into. Like I'm
Yeah, bro.
into my own study and
Of
stuff. You
course.
feel
Of
me? And
course.
like, but one thing that I have noticed in the studies that I've done, where was I going with this? One thing, this is terrible.
It's okay.
This is something I deal with too. But one thing that I have noticed in the studies that I've done is that The where was I going with this? Because I thought it was gonna come back, and it's not. I'll come back to that thought.
So my biggest thing was with the government when they was like, "Oh yeah, this shit true." Was the alien shit though?
Hmm.
Like damn, like niggas been thinking there was aliens out here and different
They
shit.
keep trying to clean
I
that
got
shit
my
up.
thought back. Thanks for saying
Yeah,
that.
go ahead.
I, damn, did I lose it again?
This nigga.
No. Seriously. What I did notice is that as far as the government keeping us behind on information, like I do it, like I said, I do a lot of studying, and I like to look at other studies that they've done, like what type of studies or tests and experiments, what type of science stuff are they
Mental,
talking about? You feel
actual,
me? Because I wanna like try and like think about what it is that it's saying, put all the information together, and come to my own conclusions. I like doing that all the time, and I'm realizing now that even when it comes to scientific information, not just government conspiracy stuff, when it comes to even scientific information, they keep us behind on that too.
Oh, absolutely.
Because like I like find out about some animal and I'm like, oh, this is a discovery that they made. Like, oh, like I didn't never hear about this animal before. And they be like, yes, discovered by so and so in the 1800s, the
Or
1900s.
like 1999, some shit.
Like
And you
like
like,
he done extensive studies to find out this and that, and in this time frame. I'm like, this all happened back then, but it's just not being put out now, and that's just the science aspect to it, and it makes me think like, what are they doing that for? Unless it's something bigger to life that we don't know about,
Or they
that
got to
they
keep
don't want
holding a
us to
cap
know.
over it.
Because
Yeah.
if we know that level of information, then it's very possible that whatever power they have
Yeah.
over us will just be gone.
I would like
So
to
they
say
keep
the
us
game
ignorant. You
ends.
feel me? And it's like keeping us ignorant. You feel me? But that's another aspect of it. The science, the history. You feel me? Talking about with the conspiracies and stuff. They keep us behind and they lie to us about a lot of information. And that's what he was talking about. The government. We can't see it. All the eyes can't see what's happening. You feel me? And that's
Facts.
why I don't like it, because it's literally a group of people that is running this the best way that they can
The
to
best way they can.
keep people where they at and keep themselves where elevated at the top. You feel me? And you talk about take money to make money. You feel me? I've been getting into that finance and stuff. People who got good money, they money literally make good money. You feel me? You can get a decent interest rate account rate. Throw a little bit of money in it. Your interest. You feel me? Somebody put $1 million in an account. You feel me? With a 10% interest rate, they interest is building over 100 grand a year. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's more than what most people from where I come from feel like they set for the rest of their
This is
life
what
if they making
nigga. I just.
$100,000 a year. You feel me? The guy from the business that I'm doing with my girl right now, bro. Her coach, not her direct coach, but his coach, his name Mario Arizon. They ain't make $5 million a year in this business, right? But outside of this business alone, he was telling me, he's telling a group of us about this car he got. He got a Lamborghini or something like that, and it cost him like 1.5 mil. And when he was telling us that, he dropped something in there that really just like made me think like, damn. He said, oh no, he said, you don't buy a car like this unless you really got it like that. Like, even when I first started making good money in this business, I wouldn't have bought something like this. He said my interest paid for that car. The interest on my money paid for that car.
Damn.
You
That's real shit.
you know how much money he
That's
probably
real
got in
shit.
his account to do that? And
That's
and
real
now these
shit.
guys literally, if these guys can literally take all this money, right? And put it in an account and it make more money than you can work your whole life to try and make.
And then get a car over it.
Where is that gonna leave the people like us? If this can be just done with the money that easily, what are we gonna get out of this? You feel me?
Right.
It's gonna keep us where we at. If they still going, if they steadily elevating, you feel me? If they money just growing itself, they can't spend their money faster than it's growing. You feel me? Where do
That's the
that
whole
leave
point of making the
us?
money tree, though.
You feel me? Where do that leave us?
I get it. It's a double edged sword because
It
it's
is.
like I feel like when I was at the bottom, I felt the same, and now that I'm having my own version of success, it's like I hate to be like that. Like that, what Tupac said on Kendrick album. Like, man, nigga, when you young in your 20s, man, you want to fight for niggas, but it's like the older you get, it's like, damn, bro, do I really want to keep fighting for niggas that's not really trying to fight for me? And I hate that about myself sometimes.
No, bro,
Like,
you saying something. You saying something for real.
like I want to keep fighting for niggas. I do, but like I'm getting teary eyed just thinking about it. Like, bro, what the fuck? Like,
I tell you, you know what, bro? And I shared this with Cam recently too. Like, I started writing like little rap music and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like around the time I had the first psychotic break, I got into music writing and stuff. And like I didn't start off that good at it or nothing like that. And then like even when I started getting better, like my stuff not like made for mainstream. Like
Yeah,
I'm talking about stuff that's just like good to me, make me feel good to talk about. You feel me? Stuff
that's the
that's real to
beauty of
me.
music.
But like one of the train of thoughts that I had was like, well, I don't want to be one of them people that's pumping this music out there that's hurting their community and stuff like that. And I don't still, so that's not where I'm going to say
Of
like, oh,
course, yeah,
but
I get
now
you.
I'm like I'm gonna do that. But now though, in a sense, in a sense though, now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start making music that's more mainstream. It is gonna talk about some mainstream stuff
Mm-hmm.
that maybe these other rappers is talking about, but I'm gonna do it in my own way, of
Of
course.
course,
You feel me? And I'm not gonna go over certain lines because of my own moral standards.
of
But
course,
I was like, I don't want to be sitting there thinking about how, oh, I don't want to send the wrong message accidentally to somebody or something. Like, bro, like I want to take care of my family
yeah,
because
bro.
we talk about like like how he said like friends that'll be there for you and stuff like that. And like when I was in doing MMA like more heavily a few
Mm-hmm.
years ago before my a major injury that I had, you know.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I mean, it's part of the sport. I recovered from him. I'm doing good now.
No,
But I was like, I was going through a hard time because I was on my way to the UFC. You feel me? My manager was already in contact. You feel me? All I had to do is just really just not lose. Just maintain my health and not lose. You feel me?
mm-hmm.
Got injured a couple weeks before the fight. Still took the fight. Lost the fight. They took him to the UFC. I didn't go. I had to recover from this injury.
Yeah,
Took me what 7-8 months to recover from this injury. First day in practice, broke my other shoulder. Took me out for a year and a half that time. You feel me? Got done with that. Broke my hand. When I start real, this is what I realized in that time though. And it's like I know you hear this because I've heard it before, but like actually experiencing it from this level, you feel me, was different. Feeling like okay, I was heading somewhere, you feel me, and everybody seen it, and I had a lot of people that rocked with me
mm-hmm.
heavy,
Mm-hmm.
heavy. Hear from them every day. A lot of people couldn't get it, like you feel me, like I couldn't.
Get up off the
My
bed
phone never got a
type
break.
shit. I get you. I
My
get you.
phone never got a break. It can, and now when I start like falling away from the sport, like a lot of them same people don't answer my calls. They ain't trying to. You feel me?
Yeah.
I like look to like go message somebody I ain't heard from a long time. I'm like, dang, they don't follow me no more.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? And like they active. I see, you feel me? I see that they posted something not too long ago. They just stopped following me. Like they don't even talk to me no more. I never did nothing to this person. I'm just not in the same position I was before. You feel
Yeah,
me?
Yeah.
And then like even after that, you feel me? I started dealing with the mental health stuff.
type shit.
Right.
Again,
And,
everybody
and
got
then
this
and then
shit.
a lot of people just was like, even people that was still like, you feel me, like, oh well, he might not be going to UFC or whatever. It was like, I'm still a cool person to hang around. But when I just wasn't like doing good mentally, you feel me, like a lot of people turned their back on me. Then it's
Yeah,
like, like I don't know what's going on with him, but
type
I
shit.
don't, you feel me? I don't give a
Type
fuck. Like
shit.
it ain't important to me.
Yeah.
And them was the same people. It was the same people that like when they needed something, I had people back. You feel me? I
Mm-hmm.
showed up for a lot of my family. You feel me? Family included. I showed up for a lot of them. Showed up for a lot of friends. I always be that person that anybody can call and talk to. You feel me? And I let them put the weight on my shoulders. You feel me? Like I'll carry it.
Of course.
I'll carry
Yeah.
it with
Of
you. You
course.
feel me? But I didn't get that same thing back from a lot of them people, and I did stop talking, and it hurt a lot of other relationships I had because then in my own accord, you feel me, dealing with depression and stuff, I started messing up other relationships I had, good relationships I had, because I'm like
Depression do
ignoring
that.
people. They are reaching out to me now. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm so depressed. I don't want to talk to nobody. You feel me? I feel like everybody against me. So even the people that's there with me, but then you got, and this is why I was saying like he is a real friend because I was tripping bad. Nobody wanted to deal with me. He did. You feel me? He
Type
did. He
shit. Type
did in
shit.
those times. And then even when I disappeared and and even when I got out of jail or before I went in when I was going through stuff and I wasn't responding or you feel me, he never held none of that against me. He still remained my friend. He still talked to me when I needed it. That's
And
real.
I'm
You
gonna
feel me?
say that's not only just real, but I got niggas like that still in my life. Like again, you don't. I don't think you abandon everybody going to and through success. I
Yeah.
just feel like it happens.
Yeah.
Like,
But it's hard to
yeah,
sometimes, and this is what I was gonna say too. But you gotta remember that some people is like they're really with you.
yeah, type shit,
They there for themselves. Or
type
they not
shit.
there for you. They there for themselves. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that, and I let a lot of people use me. You feel me? I let the promotion that I was fighting for abuse my talent and what I was capable of doing. And a lot of people will just abuse you.
Yeah.
So I guess ask this question: are we doing this because we love to do it and help people, or are we just doing it?
I am doing it because I want to help my family. So it's
Okay.
not like I want to do this for myself now,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm like at this point I am like, okay, if I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do it for real, I'm gonna go at it because I want to, all them people that didn't care about me or want to do nothing for me or didn't have my back, like they gone, they doing whatever they want to do. But my kids, you feel me? I still want them not to have to deal with the
Type
stuff that
shit,
I deal
type
with in
shit.
life. You feel me? I don't want them to have to work. I don't want them to be slaves to this. I don't want them to have to, you feel me, go spend hundreds of $1,000s in school to, you feel me, just to make a decent paycheck and have to pay all of that back. You feel me? And
Facts.
I want them to have a level of freedom that I didn't have. I want them to have a level of knowledge and wisdom and understanding that I didn't have. And it requires for me to be there with them, have the time.
Mm-hmm.
We
Mm-hmm.
need we need what's the word I'm looking for? We need time like when you have time.
Time management. Well,
No,
just time.
Yeah.
we
Time
need
itself.
yes.
Yeah.
Just period. We need more time to spend with our family, with our kids, to teach our kids. Because while we at work, you feel me? While we working and we're doing whatever we got to do, and the kids is at school or they get out of school, the community is raising our kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody else
Yeah.
is raising
Yeah.
our kids because
True.
and I
Real
told this
shit.
I have serious conversations with my girl all the time because my biggest thing is if I when I am ready to when I am in a good position to help people, right, because I still want to,
Of course.
you feel me, but I want to get where I need to get before I do anymore because what I realize is while I'm trying to help people when I'm not there, it's pulling me down.
Yeah. It's taking away from yourself.
I'll never be able to come up off the ground because people will leech off of you and people will jump on your back and it will weigh you down. Period.
Dump on
Facts.
you.
And I can't
Shit.
let people ride my back. When I get to the top and I get my feet planted at the top,
Yeah.
I'll reach my hand down
Hell
and help
yeah.
pull people up.
Hell yeah.
But when I talk about helping people, this is just how kind of where my mind goes. You feel me? The ones that I want to help the most because it's a lot of stuff going on in the world. It's so many different. Or people want to fight. People got all type of pride groups or some type of support group or Black Lives Matter, whatever. Some they
Yeah.
fighting for. You feel me? But it's so many things. It's so many things wrong in the world. It's so many people suffering for so many different reasons. You feel me? And whatever reason, individual reason, one person fighting for. Okay, you feel me? That takes care of about 0.0003%
Yeah.
of the problems that we have
Yeah.
here. You feel me? But there's so many other things. So what I want to do, personally myself, when it comes to like helping people and doing something, I want to help some type of youth group. I want to help the youth. I want to get the kids raised up right because while they still, young, while they still early, we need to be teaching them the truth.
Yeah.
I don't want our kids to get to adulthood and start realizing stuff on their own because
Type
that
shit.
you talk about mental health issues, that's gonna cause it. You feel me? We lie to our kids, we baby, and we try and protect, we try and shelter them from certain truths because we don't think that they ready for it yet, or we
Which
don't
is
want them
crazy.
right. But
Crazy.
when your kid leave the house, and I've proven this, and that's why I said like I be having these conversations with my girl. Like I've proven this when you don't share the truth with your kid and you don't talk openly to them and honest about certain things and what it really is, somebody else do. When you
Turn into
don't
Tariq.
when you don't
Yo, swear to
Turn into
God.
Tariq.
when you don't know. And what
Bro.
that does is now you don't even have a trickling inkling of what
You
it
kind of
is your
lost. Yeah.
child knows.
Yeah.
Your child's belief on this topic because you didn't want to put that. You wanted to shelter them from it. Somebody else didn't see it that way. They taught and these kids is exposed to this, and you didn't even have a chance yourself to tell them how you
I'm
felt
going.
about it and what how give them the morals that you would want your own kid to have because you're trying to shelter them, but you
Yeah.
cannot shelter, especially if you're taking your kid and you send them to a public school, whereas hundreds of other kids, 30 of them in a classroom with your kid that all come from different households,
Oh,
different
different.
backgrounds, doing different stuff. They want, and you feel me? And that's just what it is. So you
Yeah.
gotta. I feel like we have to be honest with our
Help the
kids. You
youth.
feel me? Because they are at a position right now where if something is gonna change, it's gonna have to be for them. You feel me? And like we still all young. You feel me? We still all young.
Yeah,
We got
absolutely,
a lot of life stuff
absolutely,
to go.
absolutely.
But the way I feel is the kids, the youth, they got more time than
Oh
that.
yeah, yeah.
Facts.
And if I can take the time I have to get them set up to where you feel me, especially when I talk about my own, I want to get to a position where now that I had to go through this, I had to work all these years. You feel me? I had to put up with all of this shit. Okay, so but now I did it. You don't have to,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna tell you all my experiences so you can you feel me avoid having to deal with these painful situations. But I want to be honest from the get go, get them started, and then when I actually get to a position where I am and I'm able to help other people outside of just my unit, you feel me? That's when I'm gonna really attack helping the youth. I want to do something for the youth.
Oh yeah,
You feel me?
yeah.
Facts.
Um,
But this was a great episode. You know what I'm saying? Definitely we hit the pillar on this one though. Yeah, no problem, man. Quick segment real quick. How do you feel like we've grown in this process of doing this podcast with each other? Real quick thoughts.
mm,
I would say I appreciate hearing both of y'all perspectives, you know, especially the ones that was different than how, you know, what I seen because y'all can open up my eyes to different perspectives. And I'm a conceptual learner, you feel me? And I feel like I've grown some concepts just from hearing you talk, you feel me? So that's real.
ideas, ideas for sure. Like I feel like that's one of the most thing. We lost that shit in society, having that open space, just throw ideas
Yeah, there
across
are different.
rooms. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I appreciate when I have
a canvas.
yeah.
Yeah,
So thank you.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I feel like I've
I
grown.
definitely got to have y'all back, man. This is a great episode. I want to get into our sponsors real quick. Shout out to the Lit Cup.
Child Lit Cup.
Shout out to the Lit Cup. You feel me? Shout out Good Zaza my cup. You know what I'm saying?
Good Zaza.
It's a cup where you can indulge in your favorite liquor. You know what I'm saying? I'm not much of a drinker, but you know what I'm saying? For everybody that's out there that's a drinker and you like to smoke, you can drink and smoke in the cup. Good Zaza my cup. Now, this is the sweet part about it. If y'all really rocking with Smoke Some Podcast, get us to 4,000 subscribers on YouTube, 5,000 subscribers on the gram. And we doing a giveaway. We're gonna do a giveaway to our most loyal supporters. We was gonna do it to where we was gonna just do a random giveaway, but we're gonna give it to the people that really rock with us. So if you really want to lick up, you can purchase them at zazamugs.com. You know what I'm saying? Tap in with Smoke Some Podcast. We do the delivery. Make sure y'all tap in. Shout out to Michigan's finest, the dispensary in Wayne, Michigan. I won this hoodie from them. Shout out to them. Y'all had to come on and rock the hoodie for their brand. So shout out to
Shout out.
Michigan's
Shout out.
finest dispensary. They in Wayne, Michigan. They very friendly. They got great strands and they curbside. It's not one of them.
Hey.
They're not one of them dispensaries you can just walk into and this and for that. They give you more personal feel. They got the tablets. They got the different things that you need in order to get your success and what you want to do and you indulge. But this is a great episode. I gotta definitely have y'all guys back, man. My guy Blue, War, it's the visionary mind. I see it, I think it, I make it happen. Episode 29, episode 30 on the way, man. We're gonna take a little break. You know what I'm saying? We'll be back before the end of the year, December 30th. Really think about doing a December 31st show, but I don't know. We'll see. But it's been Smoke Some Podcast, Visionary Mind, War, Blue.
Deuce,
We out.
deuce.